The revolution will not be televised.
Hey, it's Leopardess and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be about how I stopped marrying in my locks, especially during this 2-month period where I haven't retwisted my locks. So let's begin. So if you guys are watching, if you watched before, make sure you guys subscribe right now and follow me on Instagram at leopardess_. I'm waiting. Okay, let's begin. So first thing that you guys need is a little spray bottle. So recently I've stopped using the big spray bottles because I feel like they're not very directional as opposed to these little, like, you know, perfume type bottles, which kind of like, you know, spray exactly where you need. I don't need all of me getting wet, okay? So I've been using like these little travel size spray bottles. You need a scrunchie to put in your hair, or scrunchie, whatever you guys like to call it. And my favorite thing to use, oh my gosh, is Mimosa's hair honey. And of course I have my Moroccan argan oil, which I talked about in my lock moisturizing routine. Make sure you guys check that out. So to start, I just put my hair in a ponytail. And I leave out the back. So I'm gonna leave out like a row. So by the way, if you guys like this look, make sure you guys check out my makeup routine. One of my favorite earrings on Leopardess collection. This is like one of the ear cuffs. And it's called Snake. And it's only one ear cuff that it comes with, but sometimes I'll put on the other ear cuff if I feel like being extra. So it's only one ear cuff that is sold, but I just love the way that it dangles on my ear. It's really a look. And my eyelashes that I'm wearing today is sultry on my website, so make sure you guys check that out at leopardesscollection.com. As you can see here, like, you know, I haven't been retwisting, so I have a lot of like loose hair there. And what I do, and I only do this on days where it's my moisturizing routine, is I spray that area. See, I'm telling you guys, this is revolutionary right here. These like little perfume bottles are it, okay? So I spray that area a little bit. I add my Mimosa hair honey, and I just, you know, separate each lock. And I think that's honestly the key to preventing marrying in your locks, is doing that. Also, I take my mini comb and I just go down like this, and it's just like a couple of combs. I'm not really combing through it. I'm just making sure that everything is set. You can kind of do that, like, you know, brush it a little bit as if you were brushing your hair. So like, for example, like that, but not too much. And then I leave it alone. Then I go on to the next row, and I pretty much follow the same procedure. Okay. Get my hair mimosa out. Grease. Make sure you guys check out my Holy Grail lock video. That literally tells you like all the products that I love. So as you see here, I'm not retwisting, but the hair also isn't, you know, caught. And honestly, I just take time and I spend time on my locks, you know, like I nourish my locks kind of like how I would do anything else on my body. So my roots are always getting love, and I feel like that's the real key to just making sure that your locks don't marry. So I'm doing the same thing. Now I'm just moving a little bit quicker, and I'm just doing a slight comb. When you leave your hair alone for a long time, like for example, like I had this habit where I would just put my hair in a ponytail whenever I just felt like it wasn't acceptable. And I would just, you know, leave it there like that, like for like days and weeks. Okay, not weeks, like maybe a week. I would go to work like every day with that same ponytail. I would never take it down. And, you know, I would never, you know, give love to my hair. But the moment that I started, you know, just being more careful with my hair, you know, actually putting my hand in between like parts and maintaining it, is when I didn't see as much marrying. And I feel like oftentimes we can get really caught up in just, you know, moisturizing our hair, that we forget that every single lock has its own story and its own like its own problems, in my opinions. Like I feel like our locks, like each individual locks is like going through something that, you know, it just needs that tender care. It's like a child almost, you know, you gotta tend to each and every child. So I try to make sure that I'm tending to each lock and treating it like a child. So I'm almost there. Like this is really quick. This is what I like, because I feel like I've gotten really quicker. So once again, just spray where you need to spray. Get your oil, go in between. And with me, to be honest with you, like sometimes I don't even need to see like what I'm doing, because I can just feel it. You know what I mean? So let me do some front ones. So I sprayed it. I'm separating it. And to be honest, if you do this, like if your lock moisturizing thing is like twice a week or even 3 times a week, for me, it's 3 times a week. Like there is less likely that you will get tangled. I feel like honestly, if you're doing this, you're going through it. So I'm going to take the comb. But if you know you're taking your time, you're going through your hair with the water, with the whatever moisturizer you use. Like I said, I like to use pomades or any types of like pomades in general to see those problems, in my opinion. So let me just go through the front. So once again, I'm spraying directly on the root. I'm taking the hair mimosa and I'm going right on the scalp. And then I'm using the comb and I'm just gonna go like this a little bit. And to be honest with you, like I don't feel like this really prevents your hair from locking, because I'm going over it very softly. So now let me do the same. But yeah, I think, you know, it's very important to just give your locks some TLC. Like, you know, I like when my locks look good, and I'm pretty sure my locks like when they're feeling good too, you know? So it's kind of like a give and return. More or less a fair exchange. Little insider joke. There's a show called Full Metal Alchemist, where the beginning talks about alchemy and fair exchange. So anyways, so now I've gotten to the middle of my head, and I'm just going to spray here too. I'm kind of gonna rush through that part and try to get this part done. But you can, I feel like you can already see the difference between this side and this side. If not, I'm sorry, but this side definitely looks more moisturized to me. So, I'm gonna take my scunchie. Do a little spin. So this side isn't as out. Like I don't have as much, you know, new growth on this side. So I'm gonna leave that side alone. Okay. Now, let's get it going. Right here I have new growth. Just gonna keep it moisturized. And this pomade really goes a long way, which is why I love it. Like I feel like I've had this pomade for a while. Like I don't know how long I could tell you guys, but a little goes a long way. But for me, I like a lot. Well, I would say not the normal a lot, but you know, a good a lot. Like just enough, like a dab. A real dab, not a fake dab. Not those, oh, you just use a pea size. No, like I mean, let's really get up in these roots. Because what I love about this pomade is that it spreads the rest of your hair. All right, so now I'm almost done. All right, so now I only have 2 rows left. I'm getting quicker at this. I feel like the more and more you do your hair, you just get really quicker at it. So I sprayed. Now I'm gonna separate. So from feeling my hair, I could tell that it wanted more. So I'm spraying more. And I'm just gonna go like this. And voila, next row, spray. Go in between. Just gonna go like that a little bit. And then that's done. And now just for the top. So here's the thing, if your hair doesn't feel dry, like after you're done, because like I said, the mimosa, like it's like it's not like grease, like it kind of just, you know, runs off your finger a bit. So like for example, if you're done and you feel like, okay, like I feel like this is gonna spread to my rest of my locks, like just, you can just end there. You don't have to further continue to moisturize your hair after that, especially if your hair feels moisturized. And I can definitely say that when I use this, sometimes it runs, but for me, moisturizing my locks yet, so I'm gonna do a light moisturize. So I'm gonna use this my spray bottle, and I'm just gonna spray. So that was like, light spray. Let me just get back here because some of my locks are a lot thicker, so they need a little bit more. I like to use warm water in this, by the way, which is why I'm glad I switched to this bottle, because I felt bad every time I was pouring out water out the big bottle. So I use my Argan Oil by Morocco from Via Natural. Like I said, make sure you guys check out that lock moisturizing routine, so it's a little different. And I'm just gonna use a light amount because, like I said, that oil is gonna spread down into my locks. I don't want my locks to be too oily. I just want it to be just right. So as you see, I'm not, you know, being very particular about oil in each section. I'm just taking a little bit, pouring it into my hand, rubbing, and I'm just lightly going over it. I am done. That was dope. Scalp health is very important when it comes to locks as well. You know, don't just focus on the locks. Make sure you're focusing on your scalp as well. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. So remember that this month I am doing a giveaway for one lucky winner for over 50+ merchandise of jewelry and whatever's on my page except for handmade jewelry. All you have to do is go to my website at leopardesscollection.com, put your email into the subscription list, and wait until mid-April to find out who that lucky winner is. If you liked any of the jewelry I was wearing today, snake on my website, like I said, this is one of my favorites in my collection, but everything is literally a favorite in my collection because these are all items that I personally wear and that, you know, I feel like represents me. So I love snake. Snake really, you know, it accentuates your ears, and I feel like oftentimes we don't accentuate things on us that are important. Like, I love a lot of face jewelry. I remember when I was in high school, I wanted my eyebrow pierced. Listen, I'm glad I didn't do that, but I've always, you know, loved jewelry and loved to like accentuate my face with jewelry and my ears, and I just really like, you know, very different and unique style jewelry. So if you like this, make sure you go to leopardesscollection.com and check it out. Also, these eyelashes are in sultry on my website. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Bye, Leopard Gang. Bye.